The Logjam, 1946. In September, when beerberry leaves were ready to pick, after the first storm had come up valley like a drunken miner headed home, snapping limbs as thick as your arms off the maples, Aline Sanders caught a big tree barber-chairing and was dead before they could get him out of the woods. They laid him across the laps of two men in the back of the truck and sent word ahead. When they got down to the road, his wife was there crying, with pink curlers like pine cones in her hair, and in black knit slacks too small for her stout legs and a loose-hanging white blouse. And two county sheriffs, drawn by the word of death, wearing clean pressed clothing like clerks. When she looked in through the window of the truck and saw him broken in half like a buckled tin can, she raised her fists to beat at the thing responsible and began beating the truck. When the sheriff held her back and said in a polite voice, "Now control yourself," she began beating her thighs. One of the men stepped up and punched the sheriff. All this time, the son, in whose lap the father's broken head was cradled, sat silent. He was aware of the beginning of something else, more than his father's end. His pants were wet with his father's blood. That night the boy left the house, walked past his father's shirts hanging to dry on the line, and drove up the Warner Creek Road to the place where they had been cutting. He sidestepped downslope with the chainsaw in his hands to reach the stump of the tree, the blood congealed like dark sap on the wood, and cut it off, cut off the top of the stump with the stain of his father's death on it, the saw screaming in the dim night. With a choker and a length of cable, he hauled the butt round uphill and cursed and jacked it into the back of his pickup. He came off Warner Mountain to the Granite Creek Road and went down Granite Creek until he came to the equipment shed where a logging bridge crossed the river to the highway side. With a front loader and a length of chain,